Hello, this is Mojave Green, and on today's video, I'm going to try to show a beginner how to start this game. Now, my best choice for starters is you go to Play Open Universe,
The connection that binds us as an interstellar community is
and then you
fragile,
go to the
even
Accomplished
tenuous.
Scientist.
Ah, yes.
The reason you want
The
to do
Adventures of
this
Celia Tarrant. My most brilliant and distinguished assistant.
is
From a
because,
young age, I dare presume, she yearned to explore the unknown and uncover the mysteries of our universe. Indeed, it may appear as if we had a lot in common back then. We surveyed anomalies in time and space, brought about the materialization of a unique and special station, almost intentionally, and escaped from the vicious machinations of one pair of particularly unpleasant split fellows. And that was only the start of the excitement.
okay, we're going to start the Accomplished Scientist. Now, the reason for this is because you start with your player headquarters, which is a necessity. So we're going to start the game.
Assistant, we have already accomplished much, but there remains a lot to be done before we can achieve our life's work. Fascinatingly obscure sectors require charting. Groundbreaking research needs to be groundbreakingly researched. And there appears to be a smudge on my habitation unit. I suggest you get to work immediately.
Okay, when you start with the Accomplished Scientist, you have your player's headquarters to start with. Now, the reason you need this is because of the research. You really need teleportation. So, by starting with the player headquarters, all you need to do is build a storage unit and then start gathering the things you need for teleportation. It's one of the most important things. That way, you can go to Hatikva's Choice, gather up dropped items, and you can teleport to Silent Witness 11. And that way you don't go through any police investigations. Okay, now the first thing I do is I take the Nodin, which you'll see uses muon chargers. Now these are a little slow to me anyway. I prefer the guns and the ship, the Perseus. So the first thing I do is go get the Perseus. Now the Perseus is right here. There's a gate right around here. It goes to Silent Witness 12, and that's where the Perseus is. So let's get over that way. And we want to go to about here. I'm going to start a guidance, and we'll just use Shift A for the autopilot. After I get to my ship, of course. Shift D takes you directly to your dock ship.
Nodin, Vanguard.
Okay, you'll notice one bad thing here is the Nodin doesn't have any crew. So we're going to have to go get some crew first. I'm going to pause here for a second to show you the map again. Okay, we want to go here to 18 billion, and we're going to try to go to this war. So for right now, I'm going to stop that guidance, and I'm going to do a guidance to the war. So if you're a beginner, it's hard to get used to the flying, so let's start off with autopilot. And also, if you're a beginner, okay, let's go to game settings. And I do auto roll off, so it doesn't keep messing with you. And aim assist to on, and collision avoidance to on. Now, I know it's sort of like a cheater code, but that keeps you from crashing. Okay. Let's do a shift A.
Autopilot engaged.
And we're going to go to the wharf and we're going to get a personnel. So when we go get the Perseus, we have a pilot for this to take, for the Nodin to go park it in Silent Witness. Now it's going to take a while, so I'll cut most of this out. The autopilot will get
Entering
you
Grand
to
Exchange 4.
the autopilot will get you to the gates quicker, and it does pretty good except for in asteroid fields. Luckily, it's looking below the asteroid field right now, so we may not hit anything, but most likely you can get a catastrophic failure. But if you have collision avoidance on, it doesn't matter.
Autopilot disengaged.
So
Docking granted.
Shift D will give you the automatic docking. Now the Mark II docking computer, just sort of aim in there and it'll grab you.
Successfully docked.
Okay, the only thing we mainly need is we need another person. So we'll just sit here and grab a couple of crew. Well, we'll just grab one for right now, but it's 8,000, so we're gonna get our extra crewmen. Okay, should have him now. Okay, now we need to find the Perseus. The accelerator is about up here somewhere, so we'll do a right click and do a start guidance. Do a shift A for autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
Hyperion Gravidar signature acquired. Back on track.
Okay, we don't want to have to go after that right now, so we're just going to ignore this. And that's what happens when you have collision avoidance. So I'm going to take it off autopilot right now.
Disengaged.
Click on travel guide, and I'll guide myself through the asteroids.
Accelerator. Silent Witness 11.
So when you get close to it, you do the shift A to go back to autopilot,
Autopilot engaged.
and it'll make it through the gate easier for you. Now, it seems like cheating, but it really isn't. It was designed to use this for a beginner.
Entering Silent Witness 11.
Okay, the other thing about Silent Witness 11 is there's a HAT free port here. Now, you want to find that because that's where you're going to excel. You're going to sell all of your illegal goods at. And that's the only real way to make money when you're first starting out. Even though they made it really harder. Okay, didn't find it, so we're going to have to come back and search after we find the Perseus. Sometimes you'll spot it as you're heading towards the accelerator. Unfortunately, we're not going to have that luck today. Okay, we didn't spot it. There it is.
Autopilot disengaged.
We'll get rid of this. And we'll head for that accelerator.
Accelerator. Unknown sector.
Now this will take us to Silent Witness 12, where the Perseus is at.
Entering Silent Witness 12.
Okay, now silent when it's 12. You're going to want to go like straight up from the gate here. You're going to find that Perseus right about there. So let's go up and see if we can catch it by accident. Okay, there it is. Let's stop this.
Perseus,
Tar-
Vanguard.
target the Perseus. I like it better for collecting drops. Now, it would be better with the Mark III combat engine, which it will not come with. Okay, get in our spacesuit.
Nodin, Vanguard.
You want to go underneath the Perseus. Need to do a shift 2. Oops, I think I just came on top of it. A little error there. Get back underneath it. And you see that data leak right there? You just got to run into that is all you have to do. So you're going to want to target the Perseus
Perseus, Vanguard.
and do the shift D.
Docking granted.
And right there's where you want to go in. I got a little closer than normal.
Perseus, Vanguard.
Okay, let's pause it here for a second. And we're going to look at our Perseus. Okay, it came with Mark II pulse lasers and Mark II plasma cannons. It's only got a Mark II combat engine and a Mark II thruster, which you will have to replace these later on. But this is a pretty good little ship for gathering drops. Okay, now you want to take your Nodin and you want to tell him to fly and wait, and then go down here, do it again, fly and wait, move it over just a little bit, fly and wait, and then do it up here, fly and wait, and let him get looking for the HAT Freeport, which you need to have. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is we want to go to a Tikva's Choice right about here. This gate right here, all kinds of Xenon come through. And if you're lucky enough to get a destroyer group from the Argons or the Terrans, they will kill the Xenon for you while you sit back over here. And you just swoop in and grab the components you need. Well, let's go ahead and right click in here and start a guidance to it. Do a shift A.
Autopilot engaged.
And the reason for this is you have to have the SATA. No matter how long it takes you, and a Tikva's Choice, you have to gather up a damaged singularity engine, a flux capacitor, and a programmable field array. Now, if you're planning on doing the Hyperion quest next, you're going to gather up 3 extra programmable field array units because they are really hard to get. It may take you hours doing this, but you need that SATA. Let me pause it here for a second. Let me show you something else. In the meantime, our player headquarters, if you go to plan build, we do have 200,000 credits. So the main thing you need to get started on, well, you need a dock for one, which it has no docks. So you just use a basic dock. And you need a storage unit. Now, you only come out with a small container when you start the game. You're going to need either multiple small containers or you're going to need a large container later on. Right now, we'll just put one here and see what it costs us to build this. So confirm it. Take a look. Okay, it's 347,000, so we cannot build it yet. So we're going to close this right now and get back to what we were doing. But those are your first two items you're going to need at your player headquarters. And the other good thing about getting to player headquarters with the accomplished scientist is you can start with energy cells once you get some money to build the energy cells, and you can usually sell energy cells at a good profit when you're making them. Okay, hasn't found the Freeport yet. That's the key to your whole game. You need that Freeport to sell illegal goods. And the other good thing about getting the player headquarters right off the bat for a beginner is that there's a storage vault in the science lab. You can put all your illegal goods there and you don't get busted. The Noden Vanguards apparently did not find the HAT Freeport. So I'm going to put him on an explorer mission and see if that helps.
Entering system. Hatikva.
This automated message is being broadcast exclusively in the proximity of Heretic's End. Signs indicate that we will imminently witness the extraordinarily rare reactivation of a jump gate. The Alliance of the Word has assembled an expedition to study this rare event. A reactivation, able to be investigated scientifically, is an exceedingly uncommon opportunity. You are welcome to join us.
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay, see, we're out here, and your main Xenon comes through this gate, and they'll either travel down to the highway or they'll try to destroy stuff. I'm going to pause it here for a second and see what we have. These are all drops. So what we're hunting for is stuff that makes us money or stuff we can use for SATA. Most of those are almost worthless to go after, but the AGI neural network will give you a few thousand. So we'll start with that. Okay, what I'd like to do before I go after items, as you're getting close to them, you want to save. So I do a quick save. Okay, hallucinogens. That's not a bad one to go for. Okay. AGI neural networks. Let's target it. Okay, processing panel 7A. It's okay. It's only 2,000 or something. What do we got here? High energy catalyst, pretty much worthless. except for in modding, when you go to mod your ship. Okay, there's nothing really great out there. I'll gather up some of these small items. You just got to keep going at it. Let's go and get the processing panel. Let's see what's next. Okay, I've got a bunch of ships coming at me. And there's obviously nothing else for right now. Hoping this patrol destroyer will get something. Now these smaller crate looking, you need something big to pick them up. I don't have enough space on a Perseus for these. We're mainly going after the small squares. What have we got so far? We got 5 neural networks, 2 decryption modules, some hallucinogens. So we've gathered a little over 100,000 probably, which isn't much. We need millions. Well, while I'm here, I'm going to drop a advanced satellite. And I'm gonna head over here. Stop the guidance. I'll park it here for a minute and see what they do with us. Okay, let's pause it here and take a look. Yeah, we got a bunch of small fighters coming in. M's. Okay, unfortunately, our patrol destroyer is way down here. Let's go ahead and play it out a little bit, see what it does. Now, mainly, this is a lot of looking at the map and trying to find the drops. It's really boring, and it takes a long time, but we have no choice. As you see, when you take the other off, you see how big the satellite's covering. So we've got our whole area covered. Okay, there's just too many of them right now for a small fighter. So I'm gonna move out here and see if I can get away from this guy. Okay, I'm gonna get him away from the other people, and then we're gonna attack.
M. You gotta remember to strafe when you're attacking these guys. B.
Okay, Let's see where we ended up at. Okay, all I've got was some missiles. We got an AGI processor, remote detonator, and we have 2 patrol destroyers now. Three of them. Well, let's go after the hallucinogens. Unfortunately, we haven't had any state of parts yet. Yeah, pause and see what else we got. Herbicides, not much. Processing panel. Let's go to these AGI processors. Okay, let's pause and take another look. It does look like that patrol destroyer is taking our B out. So we take the chance. Yeah, let's go ahead after the remote detonator. Okay, using the O again. Okay, let's see what's going on with the B. Okay, I got micro gimbal. Processing unit 8K. Still nothing great. Now let's go up to the 8X. Okay, anything else? Oh, space flags.
Container.
Oh, we got a guy coming out.
M.
Yeah, let's see what he dropped. Okay, we got some good stuff here. Go ahead and suck it in. Yeah, I could have got closer to get it. Okay, nothing great, but some small items always help. See where we stand. Okay, still haven't gotten anything towards our SATA. But we're up to a couple 100,000 worth of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day on this part. This is part one of beginners start. All right, if you've got anything out of this or enjoyed the video, please click the like. Goodbye.